Errol Spence Jr. vs. Terence Crawford. Perhaps the most anticipated boxing match of this decade will take place Saturday when undefeated welterweight champions Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. meet for the unified title. Denver Broncos head coach Sean Payton apologizes for derogatory comments, calls it a mistake. Denver Broncos head coach Sean Payton apologized for his critique of the team's previous coach and staff, calling it a mistake. On Thursday, Payton told USA Today that his predecessors had done one of the worst coaching jobs in the history of the NFL. David Robertson trade doesn't mean Edwin Diaz's Mets return is imminent. After the Mets lost their first closer, Edwin Diaz, to injury during the spring, they lost his replacement, David Robertson, to a trade Thursday night. With Robertson now trying to make the postseason in Miami, manager Buck Showalter said the Mets won't rush back Diaz, who is rehabbing from the torn right patellar tendon he suffered while celebrating a victory during the World Baseball Classic. Aaron Judge draws 3 walks after coming off injured list for Yankees at Baltimore. The New York Yankees have been a sub.500 team since Aaron Judge injured his toe in early June. Now they hope his return can help them rally for a postseason spot. The Yankees reinstated Judge from the injured list Friday before the opener of their weekend road series against the Baltimore Orioles. Judge admits he isn't fully recovered but says he's healthy enough to play. Juventus 2-2 acmilan in friendly match 2023. It ends 2-2 after normal time with first-half goals from Diaz and Giroud. The Rossoneri's second friendly on their pre-season tour in the USA ended in defeat to Juventus on penalties, after drawing 2-2 in normal time. Conflicting reports emerge on Nolan Arenado's future in St. Louis. Last offseason, Nolan Arenado made the decision to opt in to the remainder of a long-term contract inherited by the St. Louis Cardinals, touting it as a pretty easy decision, because of his love for St. Louis as a ballplayer. But with the 2023 Cardinals season below par compared to Arenado's first 2 years in St. Louis, some are wondering about his future with the franchise. In particular, baseball media members outside of St. Louis. Kendall Graveman trade. Astros acquire veteran reliever in deal with White Sox for former first-round pick. The Houston Astros have agreed to a deal with the Chicago White Sox that will net them righty reliever Kendall Graveman, the teams announced Friday. The White Sox will receive catching prospect Corey Lee in return. Good Omens season finale recap. Something's getting closer. I knew it. I knew Gabriel was in love. And I had a sneaking suspicion it was with Beelzebub, just because they seemed out of sorts while Gabriel was Mia. The mystery, as sparsely as it was addressed, ended in a satisfying way for me. The situation with our boys, less so. Taylor Swift performing at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Taylor Swift performed at Levi's Stadium on Friday, July 28, in the first of 2 shows in Santa Clara for her Eras tour. Michelle Yeoh marries Jun Todt in Geneva after 19-year engagement. Academy Award-winning actress Michelle Yeoh married her longtime partner Jun Todt in Geneva, Switzerland, this week, nearly 2 decades after the former Ferrari executive had proposed to her. Mitch McConnell should step down as Senate Minority Leader after freezing, GOP senator says. Questions remain around mental fitness of Republican Senate Leader, 81, after health scare in public earlier this week. Mitch McConnell, the 81-year-old Republican leader in the U.S. Senate who suffered a public health scare this week, should step down from the role he has filled since 2007, an unnamed GOP senator said. Prosecutors ask federal judge to jail Sam Bankman-Fried over witness tampering. Federal prosecutors asked a judge to revoke FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried's bail in a Manhattan court filing Friday, claiming that the billionaire had violated the terms of the release and repeatedly tampered with witnesses.